Hello and welcome back to the Realistic Career Mode with Wolves here on FC26. This is episode 13 now, and it's the start of season 2. Last episode was a transfer special, and hey, look, we told you it was going to be a rebuild, and that it was. So far, we've brought in 6 new players, all going straight into the starting lineup. James Trafford in between the sticks, Pietro Camuso at centre-back, Nuno Tavares at left-back, Florentino as CDM, Fabio Carvalho in the cam as we altered our formation slightly to have the midfield a little bit more attacking, and Jota out on the wing. Now, despite spending over £100 million in this transfer window, we still have a £51 million budget. And that is because we sold quite a lot of players. It was a big overhaul this summer. A few key movers from this team. Jürgen Strand-Larsen went to Nottingham Forest for 32 million. Tottenham came in for João Gomez, which that hurt my heart, that one. I'm a big fan of João, and I think he's going to be a big loss for us. But, you know, this is a realistic career mode, and when the bigger teams come knocking, we have to listen to it, right? Emmanuel Agbadou went to Chelsea. That was a shock on the cards as well. And then a few smaller sales. Hwang Hee-chan went, Bellegarde went, Sasha went, Traore, Jose Sarr. So a lot of outgoings in this window and a lot of incomings as well. Now, I have got my eye on, I think, one more big player that I'm willing to spend on. Now, I'm just waiting for the scout report to come back on him. He will be back this episode, so we could potentially sign him this episode. And then I'm thinking about also bringing in a backup striker, maybe like a youngster on loan or something, because with the likes of Strand-Larsen gone, Hwang Hee-chan gone, Sasha's gone, who was a striker, we just need a little bit of depth on the bench for those rotation games. So our transfer business is not done yet. But for now, this is how the team is looking. All 6 new signings in the team. It's a revamped team. Only Totti, Chichoa, Andre, Arias and Arukader are in the starting 11 from last season. So it's a big mix-up. Look, I'm excited. Look, there's going to be a lot of change. It might take some time for this team to get to tick. But I think this is going to be a big season for Wolves. Now, in today's episode, you are going to see us kick off season 2 with Wolves, the 2026-27 season, with a trip to Brighton away, the south coast, sunny south coast. And then Man United, Nottingham Forest in the league. And then I think we are going to have a cup game in the middle of here as well. I think the first round is just being played, or the second round, sorry. And then our fixture will be revealed. So it will be those 3 league games plus a cup game that you'll see today. Okay, so the cup draw has been done now. So the Man United game has moved 2 days earlier to the 21st. And then we've got Burton at home in the FA Cup. So a very favourable draw in the Carabao Cup. So those will be the 4 fixtures you see us play today. Interesting. Celtic coming in for Fer Lopez, one of our wingers. Now, we obviously took Jota from them, so they need a player out on the wing. But I like Fer Lopez, still at 22 as well. I think he's shown some real potential. And they came in actually with a straight offer rather than a loan anyway. So going to reject that. Marshall Manetzi wants a place in the starting 11. Our player of the season last season. But at 30 years old now, I think he might have lost his spot. But without further ado, let's get into the first game of the episode. But before we do, drop the video a little like, subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying the series. I'm enjoying revamping this career mode, and I hope you're enjoying it too. We're on the road to 1,000 subs, so get subbing. Brighton coming in for Hugo Bueno. Having seen that we've brought in Nuno Tavares, Hugo Bueno's still a big part of the team. I'm not going to be accepting that. Okay, the atmosphere is rocking here on the south coast for the first match of season 2 with Wolves. 2026-27 is underway, and here's how Brighton will be lining up. Cole Rochefort in between the sticks rather than Verbruggen. Kadioglu, Van Hecke, Boskogli, De Kuyper, Baleba, Vifer, Minte, Ruter, Osman, all supporting Evan Ferguson. So it looks like Bart Verbruggen's been sold. That's interesting. As for your Wolves, we touched over it already. 6 changes, 6 debutants in this squad. Starting at the back, James Trafford in between the sticks. Jackson Chichoa and Nuno Tavares. Totti, Camuso, Florentino, Andre, Fabio Carvalho, the midfield 3. John Arias and Jota, either side of Tolu Arukader. Now, for those fans of the channel who've been watching the series, you will know how key this fixture was for us at the back end of last season. We drew 2-2 here on the south coast with Tolu Arukader coming off the bench, having 1 touch in the game, and that was to bring us level in injury time. That was the first of 7 points we collected in 3 games that secured our survival. This fixture was huge for us. Let's see if we can get this season up and running. Up the Wolves. There's certainly going to be a different kind of pressure on Tolu this season. With Jorgen Strand-Larsen gone, Hwang Hee-chan gone, he is the sole striker for the team. He is the main man. So how is he going to deal with that pressure? Well, here come Brighton. It's going to fall in. James Trafford made a fantastic original save, but it's just unfortunate how the ball falls. And Yankuba Minteh, who scored the opener in that 2-2 draw at the back end of last season, taps in. It's a tough start for Wolves, but Brighton lead. Here's Osman. Closed down by Florentino. That's exactly what he's been brought in to do. Break up attacks and start attacks of our own, as Tolu just can't find Jota. We touched on at the back end of last season that something we're going to look to improve on is our defence. Look, you're always going to concede goals on this game. I know that. We conceded, what was it, like 95 goals or something last season. We've brought in a new goalkeeper, 2 new defenders. We want to improve, but here's Jota. Another one of those new signings. What a save, Carl Rushworth. Denying Jota a debut goal. Better from Wolves, but now here come Brighton. And Ruta is just driving forward. It's Ruta. Good save, Trafford. But now here come Wolves. Tolo Rukadere. It's going to look for Jota. I think he's onside here. He's got Arias at the back stick. It's Arias. It's a save. It's Jota. It's wide. Carl Rushworth with 2 huge saves in this first half to deny Wolves. No, the referee calls for half-time. We find ourselves down at the break. Opportunities to come level. We've had to rely on James Trafford to make a couple of big saves as well. Half-time on the South Coast. It's Brighton 1, Wolves 0. Here come Brighton. It's Evan Ferguson. Great block. Pietro on debut with the block. Brighton still with this attack. It's eventually dealt with. And now can Wolves find a counter-attack here? It's Tolu. Just going to look for Jota in behind. Here is the Portuguese winger. Going to cut back on his right and find Tolu Rukadere. It's Carl Rushworth's 3rd big save of this game. I'm pretty sure we scored a goal identical to that in this fixture last season. John Arias down the left across into Tolu. This time denied by Carl Rushworth. And now here come Brighton looking to double their lead. It's Ferguson. It's Minteh. It's a good block. It's Ruta. It's just wide. Brighton looking to release Minteh down the right-hand side. Here comes Minteh. Hits the side netting. Okay, we're going to make a double substitution as Brighton bring on O'Reilly for Ruta. We're going to bring on Fer Lopez down the right-hand side for John Arias. And Tommy Doyle is going to come on in the midfield for Andre. Tommy Doyle on loan at Birmingham last season. He is involved in a matchday squad with me for the first time, as is Andrew, the goalkeeper we signed. As Brighton double their leads, Minteh their provider. It's an unbelievable turn from Danny Welbeck. Gets away from Nuno Tavares and finds the top corner. And just as I was hoping my substitutes might be able to impact the game, we find ourselves 2-0 down. Nuno Tavares down the line to Jota. Time is rapidly running out for Wolves here to get just 1 goal, let alone 2, but it's the back stick. Florentino, can you win it? Tommy Doyle, Florentino. Here's Carvalho, blocked. Tolu gets one back in injury time. I think it's going to be too little too late though. Wolves just didn't give it up. Carvalho's shot blocked, but it falls fortuitously to Tolu, who finds the bottom corner. Are we going to get 1 chance? It doesn't look like it. And it's going to be opening day defeat. Brighton take all 3 points here, 2-1. Look, I'm not mad with the performance, if I'm being honest. We scored 1 right at the end, but we had 3 grade A chances. And Carl Rushworth just came up with some mega saves at huge points in the game. A couple in the first half, 1 big one in the second half when it was still 1-0. And then Brighton find that second goal and they take the victory here. It's disappointing, but there's definitely positives to work on. So defeat on the opening day of the season sees us in a familiar place, 17th, just above the relegation zone. Leicester, in their return to the Premier League, also lost. Ipswich drew on the opening day, while Southampton also drew. Newcastle, the early leaders after 1 game, a 4-2 victory. Only 5 teams actually won on opening day. Interesting. Okay, so before we get into the second game of the episode, I think I'm going to have to make another signing. We mentioned this at the top of the episode. There was one more key player I think that I want to bring in. The defence has had a shake-up, but I just think it's still lacking a bit of quality. We brought in Camuso at centre-back, who is only 75 rated, but he's got room to grow. Nuno Tavares at left-back, I think, is a good upgrade from Hugo Bueno. Now, I wasn't sure Jackson Chichoa at right-back as a 75 rated. Now, I think I was actually going to stick with him. However, Diogo Dalot moved from Man United to Fulham last season. And then, as we know, Fulham got relegated. So there is a 27-year-old, 81 rated right-back in the Championship right now. And I think he could be a fantastic addition to this Wolves team. Only £21 million valued as well. We'll probably have to, I don't know how much we'll have to bid for him, maybe 24, 25. But I think he could be a great addition to this team. So I think we're going to go in for Diogo Dalot as maybe our last big signing this window. They want 32.9. Wow, okay, that's a lot more than I am willing to pay. Come on, guys. Meet us in the middle a little bit here. Okay, £28.5 million for Diogo Dalot. Okay, so we've offered him £57,000 a week plus a couple of bonuses as well. And he agrees with it. So Diogo Dalot is going to become our 7th signing of this summer. It's a rebuild. We told you it's a rebuild. I felt like the defence still needed a bit of work. And now I think we might have our missing piece. Welcome to Wolves, Diogo Dalot. Orange looks good on you, man. We love a Portuguese player here at Wolves, don't we? Actually, like, I know we joked about that, about how like Wolves love Portuguese players and, you know, that's what we target. I actually didn't intentionally intend for, what is this now, like 4 of my 7 signings have been Portuguese. Didn't mean for that to happen at all, but it has happened. And Diogo Dalot is the latest to join the Wolves revolution. Okay, so into the second game of today's episode, and it is our first of this season at Molineux. We had the worst home record in the league last season. I think we only picked up 8 points at home all season, which is outrageously bad. So we're going to look to improve our home form. Just the one change to the side that lost to Brighton. Diogo Dalot, our latest signing, coming in for his debut, funnily enough, against his former team, Man United. The Red Devils won their opening game of the season 1-0 at home to Everton. Still under the charge of rumoured Amorim, playing a 5 at the back, 5-2-3 formation. Onana in between the sticks. Daniel Munoz in-game signing, like that. Maguire, De Ligt, Luke Shaw, Dorgu the back 5. Bruno, Mainu, Mbeumo, Sesko and Bradley Barcola. So a couple of big in-game signings there, Munoz and Barcola, for United, who are looking to make it back-to-back wins. We're looking to get our first points on the board. Up the Wolves. Man United did thump us here in this fixture last season. I mean, a lot of teams thumped us here, didn't they? Let's be honest. We're going to look to rectify our home form this season as Tolo Ricardere looks to release John Arias. Just going to cut it back to Tolu, who couldn't get the shot away on his weaker foot. Here's Fernandez. Runner in behind, but Sesko is free. I tell you what, it's happened so many times already where deflections just go to the opposition constantly. Bruno Fernandes with the ball to Sesko. It's so well intercepted and it just goes directly to Kobbie Mainoo. I mean, what can I do about that? Granted, Trafford actually gets 2 big hands to it and he should save it. So maybe that's what I could have done about it. Diogo Dalot to John Arias. Wolves crowd looking to get their team pumped here. Carvalho, Tolu. He's got Arias down on the right-hand side, looking to take on Munoz, who's drifted out to this right wing. Finds Tolo Ricardere. It's a good save. And the rebound is blocked. Onana with a great save. Then Luke Shaw, the captain, with a huge goal-denying block. United just so hard to break down with that 5 at the back. Really struggling to find a way through. And here comes Patrick Dorgu. All the way into the box. Dorgu cuts it back. Mainoo drags wide. Diogo Dalot up to Tolu. Jota. Wolves looking to string some passes here. They got men over in the middle. It's Carvalho down the line to Arias. To Tolo Ricardere. And it's in. 2-2 for the big striker. And it is so deserved, this equaliser. We've been dominating Man United ever since they scored. It's just so hard to break down a 5 at the back. But we work the space well. I think that's Carvalho that finds Arias out wide. He gets his first assist of the season. Finding a Ricardere who has 2 in 2. We are tied here at Molineux. One final chance for Man United. It's Barcola. It's Mainu. And it's wide from Bruno Fernandes, who I think might have scored a hat-trick in this fixture last season. Can't believe he hasn't hit the target. The referee blows the whistle for half-time. Diogo Dalot on debut against his former club. Doing okay so far. It's Wolves 1, Man United 1. Fabio Carvalho with a beautiful ball down the line to John Arias, who cuts back. Tolu. It's got men in the middle. It's Carvalho. It's wide. And it should be 2-1 Wolves. Fantastic build-up play from the hosts. It was actually Andre, sorry. And he fires just wide of Onana's right post. Who wants to cut in on his right-hand side? It's Carvalho. It's to the edge of the box. It's Florentino. It's saved. Can Tolu get there? He can, but he's offside. Back to Fernandes. To the edge of the box. It's Barcola. What a save, James Trafford. That is huge. Okay, we're going to make our first sub of the evening. Jota's going to come off for Fer Lopez. Cross comes in. It's a free header. And United lead. Matthias de Ligt with the diving header finds the bottom left-hand corner. Trafford unable to do anything this time. Just completely free. I don't know who's marking him. Well, no one. The Flying Dutchman puts his side one up once more. Just over 10 minutes to try and find an equaliser here. It's great football from Wolves. It's Fer Lopez. It's saved. The rebound's there, but obviously it doesn't come to us. And Tolu looks to release John Arias. He's away here. It's John Arias. It's 2-2. Come on. His first of the season, found by Tolo Rukadere, rolls reversed for the first goal. That's a clinical finish moments after Fer Lopez was denied. And we're tied here with 5 minutes to go, and this Wolves crowd are now up for it. Chance here for Wolves, perhaps. Tolu's going to look to release Arias again down the right-hand side. Here is John Arias. Oh, he just runs out of real estate. It's good defender by Luke Shaw. It must be said, and the chance has gone for Wolves, and now Man United can have one final chance before the referee blows full time. Tolu with a great tackle. Oh my god, the heavy touches are killing me. Referee blows full time. A draw is probably a fair result in honest truth. Both teams giving as good as they got. United took the lead twice, but twice we fought back, showing the new resilience we have this season. We were unlucky to lose at Brighton on the opening day, but we earned this point. We're on the board in the Premier League, 1 point from the opening 2 games. It finishes here at Molineux, Wolves 2, Man United 2. Okay, so after that draw, we are up to 13th in these very early stages in the Premier League season. But that's probably the highest we were. I don't think we were ever 13th last season. I think the highest we maybe got to was 16th. So definitely a very good point on a home against Man United. Now. No. Roma have come in for John Arias. Now, look, you guys know this is a realistic career mode, and John Arias, most assists in the Premier League last season, just got a goal and assist against Man United. We have to listen to offers for our key players when they come from bigger teams, and Roma are a giant in Italy. Now, they have offered a swap deal. Angelino, the left back, who I don't want, but we will negotiate to see if they can offer us just a straight up fee. We're going to ask just for straight up cash. I don't want players. And they accept that bid. £24.5 million. So it looks like John Arias is on his way to Italy. A player I didn't want to sell. We had to negotiate with them. We had to listen to what they had to say, and we do agree on a fee for Arias from Roma. Okay, so our third game of the episode sees us face Burton in the Carabao Cup. Now, just looking at how they are getting on. 4 wins from 5, undefeated in these early stages in the league season. Second in the league right now. And they knocked out Championship Cardiff in the last round. So this is not going to be an easy game at all, guys. Okay, so heading into our third game of today's episode. And we look at Cup action as we host League 2 Burton at Molineux. Burton flying high, as we saw in the tables, second in League Two right now, undefeated in all competitions. So this is not going to be easy. We obviously had a lot of battles with EFL clubs in the FA Cup last season, beating Luton, Blackpool and Watford. We got knocked out by Arsenal in the Carabao Cup at the first time of asking. So a little bit of a cup run, we wouldn't mind. We obviously reached the FA Cup semi-finals last season. Carabao Cup, less fixtures. Let's see what we can do. In terms of the teams, 9 changes to the side that drew with Man United. I love that we've got the EFL graphics, by the way. It looks class. Carvalho and Orukade, the only players to hold their position from that draw on the weekend. Andrew makes his first appearance in a Wolves shirt since we signed him last season. And there is a place on the bench for Walters, the Youth Academy graduate that we've signed up. We've brought him into the first team. He's on the bench this evening. We're going to look to loan him out for the season. A very young, great prospect. So looking forward to see what he can offer in the future. Maybe we'll look to get him off the bench today, depending on how the game goes. But let's see if we can book our place in the next round of the Cup up the Wolves. Here's Tommy Doyle, who, as we mentioned, Tommy Doyle on loan at Birmingham last season. 76 rated midfielder, though, still room to grow. Could have a future here. We have rejected a couple of bids for him this summer as Munetsi drives on and sees his shot saved. Yeah, I didn't just want to write off Tommy Doyle. I know, to be fair, I did with a couple other players, but I felt like he could offer something in this midfield. Great ball to Carvalho. He's going to look for a Rickadesh just behind the striker. But it comes to Tommy Doyle. Blocked. Frantic start to this one here at Molineux. As Carvalho looks to drive inside, finds Tolo Rickadesh. Great bit of skill. Tolo Rickadesh. Honestly, Jorgen Strand Larsen, who? Tolo Rickadesh makes it 3 games, 3 goals. Fed by Fabio Carvalho. Great bit of skill. And we have the opener here. Here come Burton. Well defended. Hugo Bueno, captain for the night. And now Wolves look to counter-attack. Tommy Doyle's going to look to release Tolo Rickadesh. Has he got the strength to beat his man? He has. It's a Rickadesh. Fired wide. I want to get comfortable as quickly as I can in this game because I don't want a Rickadesh and Carvalho playing a lot of minutes. We've got a league game on the weekends. Bit of space for the visitors now. Driving inside. And it's going to be 1-1. Burton a level, so much space at the back. Good first touch and a clinical finish. And we're going to head into the break, tied at 1 apiece. Oh, it's a cruel whistle, that. Wolves 1, Burton 1 at the break. Hakim Ziyech. Retiring at the end of the season. We're surely going to get some magical Moroccan moments between now and the end of the season from him. As a Rickadesh drives into the box, it's Tolu. It's over. Burton with space inside the box. What a save that is by Andrew. Here's Tavares. He's got runners overlapping him. It's a through ball. And it's cleared by Bueno. This game is in the balance. Not the walkover many Wolves fans were expecting. Fer Lopez. He's got Munetsi on the overlap. Here is Marshall Munetsi. Looks to square it. A Rickadesh. It's 2-1. Lopez with the overlap. Munetsi has the calmness and the patience to find the pass. Square to Tolu, who could not miss, and he gets his 4th goal in 3 games. And he restores Wolves' lead. Okay, we're going to make a triple substitution. Tolu with his last action of the game, putting us ahead. He's going to come off for John Arias, who's going to make his final Molineux appearance. Pedro Lima's going to come on at right wing, and Andre is on for Fabio Carvalho. So the 2 players that started tonight's game, that also started Saturday's draw with Man United, are off, as I need them fit for the weekend. Let's hope that we can see this out now. But here come Burton once more. Good save by Andre. And Andrew, not Andre. Double save by the keeper. And now here come Wolves on the counter-attack. It's Lima, fresh off the bench. Looks to find John Arias. What a present this would be to say goodbye. But it's saved. Tell you what, we are having to work for every single point or win in this save. My God. As Munetsi finds Pedro Lima out on the right-hand side. Lima, all the space in the world, is going to drive inside and find Fer Lopez at the back stick. And that will be Wolves into the next round of the Carabao Cup. What a ball. And Arias is going to get to it. And the referee is going to allow it. John Arias for his last kick as a Wolves player. He's going to be missed here, John Arias. Most assists in the Premier League last season. a goal and 2 assists in the first 3 games of this campaign. He is going to be heading to Italy to play in Europe with Roma, should I say. And how fitting that he gets a touch, his last touch with the club. And there is the full-time whistle. Hey, look, we made hard work of it. Fair play to Burton. I think they're going to be up there this season in League 2. A great showing from the visitors. But our quality does prevail. Tolu with another 2 goals. And we book our place in the next round of the Cup. It finishes here at Molineux. Wolves 4, Burton 1. So just looking through the results of the second round of the Carabao Cup just to see if there were any shocks. It doesn't look like it at the moment. Pretty much standard. Bournemouth required penalties to beat Swindon. Coventry, last season's FA Cup finalists, knocked out by Blackburn. And so in the third round of the Carabao Cup, we are going to host QPR. Okay. Definitely a winnable game indeed. Okay, so we're going to look to bring in a loan signing now. We mentioned about bringing in maybe a youngster, a striker, just to offer backup for Tolu Rukadere and Mate from Rennes. There are a couple of other options. I actually looked at Fofana from Chelsea to bring him on loan, but I think he's only got 12 months left on his contract, so they won't let him go out on loan, which is a bit frustrating, really. So I think Mate could just offer a good bit of backup, cheap wages, only 71 overall, but we're not looking for someone that's going to play every week, so he will hopefully accept our offer and come to Wolves for the season. As we see confirmation that John Arias has been sold. The top Premier League assister last season. Look, we've said this time and time again, this is a realistic career mode series, and when a bigger club comes in for one of our players, we are not in a position to say no. So John Arias is heading to Italy. He's going to be playing with Roma, playing in Europe, and his final touch for Wolves, his final touch was a goal. I love that, and I wish him all the best. Now it's time to bring in his replacement, though. And there are a few options. Wilson Odobert was one that I considered. Carlos Forbes previously had a loan spell with Wolves. Ndiaye and Sade are 2 players that I love, but I just think at the moment where Wolves are, it would be a downgrade for them. And this is a realistic career mode, so I don't think they would go for that move. However, Abdou Fatawu, promoted with Leicester. Rough start, they've lost their opening 2 games. 78 overall, 22 years old, plenty of room to grow. I think this kid's going to be special. And I quite like him as a John Arias replacement. So we're going to go in for Fatawu. Okay, we agree on a fee of £23 million for Fatawu, who is going to become our 8th new signing of the window. A big overhaul here at Wolves. This is one that I wasn't planning to make, but because Roma came in for John Arias, we needed to replace him. And I think we've found a great replacement, in all honesty. I'm going to offer him $48,000 a week with a signing on bonus as well. And Abdul accepts. Fatawu in a Wolves shirt for the first time. I'm excited to see this guy. Look, I didn't want to lose John Arias. He was one of our best players last season. But when Roma come knocking, you have to open the door and accept it. So John Arias moves to Roma, but Abdul Fatawu comes to Wolves. I'm excited by this kid, man. I think he's going to be special, and he's going to come straight into the team, to be honest, as has every signing we've made. Okay, so an interesting transfer bid in Burnley, now of the Championship, of course, coming in for Sam Johnston. A £1.4 million bid. Look, Johnston's our 3rd choice goalkeeper now. He is not going to get any game time with Andrew being our backup and James Trafford being our starting goalkeeper. So I can actually see this happening. Burnley could probably do with an EFL experienced goalkeeper in their midst to help them get back promoted to the Premier League. So I'm not going to stand in their way. I'm going to let Johnston go to Burnley, and then we'll look to pick up a goalkeeper off the free agency market just as our 3rd choice keeper, because I think you should always have 3 keepers if we're going to be realistic. And we agree on a £1.6 million fee for Sam Johnston. Okay, so the 3rd choice keeper we're going to bring in is Marcus Bettinelli, formerly of Chelsea, of course. And look, I just wanted to bring in a 3rd choice keeper. As we said, I feel like for a realistic career mode, I'm really not going to use him, but I feel like you need 3 keepers in your squad. So Sam Johnston's going to move on. Marcus Bettinelli is in. Okay, so Sam Johnston's move to Burnley is confirmed. I think that's a great signing for them, to be honest. Sam Johnston was great for us last season. Got injured for the rest of the season in a in a training injury, actually, which is crazy. Never to play again, but we'll remember you, Sam. Okay, so heading into the fourth and final game of today's episode, and we are facing Nottingham Forest, the side with an equal record to us so far in this early stages of the season. 1 draw, 1 defeat for Ange Postecoglou's side, just like us. You can see there who the focus is on. Jørgen Strand Larsen, sold from Wolves to Nottingham Forest in the summer. Right on cue, a familiar face, the Norwegian. Oh, let's hope we can keep him out today. So as for our host Nottingham Forest, they line up with a 4-2-3-1 formation. The other player that made that move from Molineux to the City ground, Jose Sarr, is on the bench. Solakis in goal. Aina, Murillo, Milenkovic, Richards, Dominguez, Anderson, Bakwa, Gibbs White, and of course Jørgen Strand Larsen up top. As for Wolves, just one change, I believe, to the side that drew with Man United. Obviously, a whole host of changes besides that beat Burton in the Cup in midweek. As Abdul Fatawu comes in straight into the team for his Wolves debut. Let's see what we can pick up at the City ground to round off episode 2 of season 2. Up the Wolves. Here comes Gibbs White. Deflection straight to Bakwa. And it's a great save by James Trafford in front of his travelling fans. Back to Gibbs White. Back to Strand Larsen. Out wide to Bakwa. He's going to look for Strand Larsen here. It's blocked and then missed by Elliot Anderson. And now Wolves look to counter-attack here. It's Fatawu who's got Florentino driving forwards. And now he's going to find Tolo Rukadere, who's got Jota. It's Jota. It's saved. And the rebound is cleared. And now here come Forest. Space is opening up. And it's 1-0. Morgan Gibbs White, the former Wolves midfielder, found by Jørgen Strand Larsen. It was from one end to the other. We should have scored. We didn't. Forest came down the other end. The spaces were there and they made no mistake in firing home. 1-0 Forest. Tolo Rukadere. Carvalho is going to look to release Jota once more. It's Jota. Great pass that, and backwards through here. Fantastic save, James Trafford. Jota with the in-swinger. Keeper comes to collect, and he does so. And that will bring the end to the first half. End to end here. Plenty of chances, just the 1 goal. And it came for the hosts. Morgan Gibbs White against his former team gives his current side the lead, 1-0. Forest looking for a fast start once more. It's Gibbs White, it's Jørgen Strand Larsen. He's offside. Denied the goal against his former club. Oh, he was not holding back on the celebration, was he? We can see how he feels. Here's Fatawu. Found again by Diogo Dalot. He's going to look for another one too here. It's Fatawu. Cross to the back stick. Can Tolu get there? It's headed wide. He was offside as well. I'm liking the look of Fatawu, you know. He's lively on the ball. Out wide to Florentino. He's got Jota on the outside. It's Jota. Great save by the Forest keeper. As Jørgen Strand Larsen comes off, no goal against his former side today. Corner taken short. It's Fatawu. Back to Jota. He's going to look to cross to the back stick, and Totti's there. It's off the bar. As back come Wolves. This is fantastic pressure from the visitors here. It's Jota. It's wide. Good play once more by Fatawu, who doesn't look like he's put a foot wrong here today on his debut. And here comes the winger, Fatawu. Cross into the box. It's a Rukadere. It's saved. What a reaction save from the keeper. Tolo Rukadere. Finds Andre. Come on. It's Fabio Carvalho with the finish. His first as a Wolverhampton Wanderers player, and he goes to celebrate with those away fans. Deserved in this second half. The pressure has been piling by the visitors, and it finally pays. What a great finish that is from Carvalho. Curled into the far corner. And we have a tie game. Fabio Carvalho to Rukadere, who wants to run in behind Fer Lopez. Rukadere to Andre. He's got acres of space. It's Andre. It's saved and cleared. And there is full time. A draw, a fair result, probably just. Although I thought that second half we were fantastic. Fabio Carvalho brought us level with a brilliant finish, his first as a Wolves player. For the first time this season, Tolu didn't score in the game. But again, I know the league win isn't there yet, but there's definitely positives. I mean, we look at all the results today. A defeat away at Brighton, a tight game, 2-1 game. Carl Rushworth comes up with 3 huge saves. That story could have been different. Then we draw at home to Man United, a team who had won their first game. Aspirations of Europe this season. Came from behind twice as well, we did in that one. And now a draw here at Forest. Again, coming from behind and performing well. So that will round off the episode. We're sat in 13th right now after just 3 league games, 2 draws, 1 defeat, and obviously victory in the EFL Cup as well against Burton. I'm feeling good about this team. You know, we've brought in, what is it, like 8 new signings now? We have got transfer deadline day now, which you're going to see at the start of next episode. I don't think we're going to look to do any more business. Maybe a couple of loan players going out, potentially a loan player coming in, but no more big business. Our dealings have been done. I think we've brought in, like 7 or 8 first team players. It's been a fruitful summer, I tell you that. But this team is looking good. I mean business with this Wolves team. And I know we've got 2 points from the first 3 games. But the performance is there. And I'm feeling positive. I don't know about you guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Are you happy with how this team's looking? Are you happy with how the business we've done? Obviously, we had to sell some of our key players because big teams came in for them. The likes of Jorgen Strand-Larsen, João Gomez, Jean Arias. Agbadou as well. We've lost a lot of key starters, so we've had to replace them. But I'm feeling good with this team, guys. I hope you're enjoying the series as much as I am. Make sure to drop the video a like if you enjoyed it. And subscribe to the channel. We're on the road to 1,000 subs. So let's try and hit that marker, shall we? I'll see you in the next episode very soon.